It's a coping mechanism. You know what else is a coping mechanism? The fact that Nintendo is making the build up for their next reveal just so unbearable. And we all know what that next reveal is going to be. See, Nintendo today, what they did, everybody was waiting for them to reveal it. Everybody was just watching over their Twitter and their YouTube, waiting patiently for the certain reveal that we ended up getting at 8:30. Well, it was a little bit before, but Nintendo revealed that the Nintendo Switch will be getting Donkey Kong Country Returns HD icons for Nintendo Switch Online. Yeah, let's go! This is so exciting. Oh boy. Everybody's been watching over Nintendo's Twitter today, and they've been waiting for a Nintendo Switch 2 reveal announcement, just like they did for the Switch back in 2016. It didn't happen! It didn't happen. You know, it's just funny seeing how everything goes down with the rumors and such. Let's talk about everything that sparked it, shall we? So, with the whole thing, Nate the Hate said that they'd be revealing it on the 16th. Yeah, it still could happen. They could do a shadow drop, or what could happen is they could do a reveal tomorrow for an announcement, and then the announcement will be on Friday. So here's the thing. Do I believe this? I don't know. At this point, it'd be really weird to have a shadow drop. But when it comes to leakers, I don't really trust most of them. You guys got to keep in mind that Nate the Hate was also saying that the Switch 2 was going to be revealed in March of 2024. So I don't know why people are taking this so seriously. Now, to be fair, when the best Nintendo YouTuber ever, Nintendo Land, asked or said something along the lines of, "I'm not listening or trusting any of this until the bird speaks up," Pure responded with, "So you don't trust Nate the Hate?" And then people are taking that as, oh, well, it's probably going to happen. Because Puro kind of said a little comment that was a little sly. But other than that, there just really hasn't been anything. With Puro, he's the only leaker that's pretty much had a 100% accurate track record. I think he got something wrong about Pokemon once, but it was just such a minuscule detail that it really just didn't matter in the long run. Like, everything else has been too consistent for it to matter if one thing was just not as accurate. I'm not sure if it was completely wrong. But the fact that everyone's taking so many of these rumors seriously, you know, things like the OS leak. Some dude on Reddit went there just saying he saw the OS and was going to release pictures of the OS and made some Photoshop that you'd see back in 2015. Yet this is adapted into videos. I'll talk about the Nintendo Switch 2. I'll do a video like this, but going over it like the OS was actually leaked, that's not true. So we're going to be playing Mario Kart and we're going to do some predictions. So here's the code. 200cc. So let's begin. Same rules as usual. It's called Donkey Kong 2 because that's what everybody's been waiting for. When they talk about Nintendo 2, they're obviously talking about Donkey Kong 2. So you guys are more than welcome to join. We just started Mario Kart. You guys got to remember that Mario Kart 8 Deluxe sold so well that it cannibalized the sales of the Nintendo Switch 2, and we're never going to get a Nintendo Switch 2. What we're going to get is Donkey Kong Country Returns HD. And that's all you're going to get. Merry late Christmas! Routers DX, would you like to join the stream? Is Fire Emblem Heroes a mobile game? I think, yeah, it is. So we're not sure if Mario Kart 9 is going to release with it. I think it will. I feel like with the Nintendo Switch 2. So let's summarize the leaks. What I think's actually real. Anything that has the Joy-Cons and such, like this, where it's an actual Joy-Con leak from a factory, that is real. No doubt about it. But if it's something like some guy going on Reddit just making stuff up, that's Ugh. And the whole Nate the Hate thing, I'm not sure if I believe any of it. After this Round Riders DX, we're going to have you on the stream. You're more than welcome to play Mario Kart too. I'm just so ready to move on from Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and play Mario Kart 9. I mean, they could pull something like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Deluxe, but nah. Knowing that Nintendo is doing everything to make sure that this console is a success just from the name of it, I think that Nintendo has just gotten better when it comes to terms with marketing and knowing what customers want. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. The only thing you want's 4K output, but the thing is, we haven't had a new console in 8 years. I think at this point, at some point you gotta move on. And it's been 8 years with the Switch. They're still probably gonna release Switch games too, and it's probably gonna upscale original Switch games. So you can have both. But personally, I am just ready for the new games. I'm ready for new possibilities. So what are your predictions besides Riders DX being some guy who clearly doesn't like Mario Kart and some guy who clearly likes Genshin? I don't think a new Smash would be too out of the question. It's been 6 years. I wouldn't say it's highly likely like Mario Kart or 3D Mario, but I would say that new Smash, it could happen. Although to be fair, I'm pretty content with Ultimate. But at some point, yeah, I'm gonna want a new Smash game. Although I'm definitely more of a Mario Kart guy than I am a Smash Bros. Fan. Both Mario Kart X and Sonic Racing launching at the same time. What started the Mario Kart X thing? People just don't want to call it Mario Kart 9 because Tour is 9. No, the reason is we're not getting Mario Kart 9 because 789. And that is your credible leak of the day. Gonna be having Riders DX on here. Can you hear me? We haven't streamed in a while.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you. We haven't streamed in a while. Well, yes.
Hold on.
You there?
Yo.
Oh, it was just low. Let me fix that.
Oh.
It wasn't Jeff Grubb who leaked it. Or made the rumor. That was Nate the Hate.
I don't know who that is.
He's some guy who clearly likes to be an industry insider.
Oh, yes?
He's
I'm
another
an industry
example
insider.
of if you keep on guessing enough times, eventually something's gonna come true.
Yeah, I'm an insider too. That's why I'm saying that Nintendo's gonna cancel the Switch 2 and announce that Sega's coming back with the Dreamcast 2.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Now, if Nate the
Yeah,
Hate's
that's-
actually right, I'll be down to say he was right.
No,
And then-
please don't say that.
Nah, you know what? We'll keep that to Jeffy. He gets that honor. Let him keep it. He got Metroid Prime Remastered right, so that counts.
Oh,
I
yeah?
even got my copy of Metroid Prime Remastered signed by
Well, you
Jeff
know,
Grubb.
I guessed that there would be a new 3D Mario, and I was right.
Alright, we'll see. Riders DX is going to be a credible insider. I do think that a new 3D Mario is very likely.
I mean,
Because to showcase the system... To showcase
the
the
shocking
system...
thing would be if there wasn't one.
The shocking thing would be just to showcase the system in old games and just say, bring your Switch games to new resolutions. And it's just pretty much that. You'd have a Wii U situation on your hands if you reveal it like that, though.
I like the Wii U.
I did, but unfortunately, most people didn't know it existed.
You
So
know,
if they want the system to...
It gave off a lot of brat energy.
if they want the system to actually sell well, and if we want to have a console that lasts a while and is supported, I think it'd be in Nintendo's best interest to show off new games with it instead of just, oh, it's 4K. The C button has a new feature. There's a mouse.
Yeah. I feel like it really does need like some games to showcase at this time compared to original Switch, because like I thought the like people were probably just jazzed about the fact that you could take it anywhere, but like if the Switch 2 is as similar as it looks to the Switch, then you need some games to like back it up.
You gotta have a selling point for it.
The selling point would be the official Taylor Swift Eras Tour video game.
No mentions of Taylor Swift. Otherwise,
Too late. I see
your
James is in the chat, so he's going to appreciate that.
your badge of being a Nintendo insider will be revoked if you mention Taylor Swift again.
Taylor Swift, Taylor Swift, Taylor Swift, Taylor Swift.
I got your badge now.
Mm-mm. Oh boy, what insider secrets have you found then?
It'll have games.
Wow. You know what? I can see that happening. I really can.
How many people are in the chat?
51?
Yeah, there's actually a premiere for the Switch too.
Taylor
What?
Swift and Sabrina Carpenter are going to be in the review trailer. I actually can see Sabrina Carpenter doing something.
If Nintendo actually did that, where they're gonna premiere it without saying anything, that'd be funny. Like if we just find out during the stream that the Switch 2 will be revealed tomorrow, that'd be hilarious.
I'll make sure that doesn't happen.
I've been browsing Nintendo of America all day on all their social media, and nothing except for Donkey Kong Country Returns HD icons.
Did that actually come out today?
It comes out tomorrow. The icons came out
Oh.
today.
I was just seeing like so many people like play it and stuff. I was like, oh, I guess it came out today.
If I were to guess, I would say it's probably not being revealed tomorrow. But the reason why I wanted to do this stream is because I thought it'd be fun to predict the games
like-
and what'll be shown off. Because with predictions, I used to do videos for them, but I feel like live streams are a way more fun way to do it because you guys can throw out your predictions, and we can also play Mario Kart. And hopefully this will lay Mario Kart 8 Deluxe to rest! And then we could have you direct its funeral.
I don't like funerals.
Does anybody?
I don't know. Apparently you do.
No, I don't. It's just with the you can make the joke of the director being a diva. No, funerals are horrible. Although for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, if that means it's gonna be Mario Kart 9, that'd be great. I'm making a prediction that the new 3D Mario will be Super Mario Paradox. You think it's gonna have a theme of time travel? Because that's what I predict. I predict
Everyone
that the
and
new 3D
their
Mario.
mom wants to do time travel, apparently.
It just seems like the next logical step.
Well, before Mario can go to time travel, he first has to indulge in like the very popular trend of doing multiverses.
That could work. Either time travel or multiverses. I'm not sure if they would do an Odyssey sequel. At this point, I think it'd just be too late and be kind of weird.
It would be weird, and it would just make it hard for this thing to stand out from the Switch.
I mean, Mario Kart 9 would be a sequel. The system itself's a
that's different.
sequel.
It's Mario Kart. I mean, unless they want to do like a double dash kind of twist.
I mean, they kind of got to make it stand out. Because looking back at the Wii U's reveal, the problem with that is the games that they showcased were all very similar to Wii games. You had a tech demo running that looked exactly like New Super Mario Bros. Wii. You also had Wii Sports Club and Wii Fit U, which looked very similar to their counterparts on the Wii. And that led to a lot of confusion. So all of us here, I mean, we're gamers, so we know when Nintendo's revealing something new and we're going to get excited. But when it comes to the casuals, I'm not sure. You got to keep the casuals in mind. Yeah, they could call it the Switch too, but people might see that as just an upgrade that doesn't really have much of a selling point outside of 4K. Essentially, what a Switch Pro would have been.
Yeah, because it's like I'll be honest, I've not really kept a lot of track of what's going on in Switch 2. Like I don't really have a reason to fully care yet, to be honest.
I
And
mean,
so to
Nintendo hasn't
me,
said anything outside of it'll be backwards compatible and
yeah.
that it would be revealed before March. Could you just imagine if they wait until March 31st to reveal it? Just to troll everyone?
I feel like if I was Nintendo, I'd be petty as hell about the leaks and like do whatever the leaks didn't say I'm gonna do. So I'm not going to review it tomorrow just because of that.
Here's the thing, it's just like what's going on is that these companies that are getting a hold of it, pretty much all of them are just third-party Chinese companies making accessories for the Switch, and none of these are licensed by Nintendo. This isn't something like Hori or PowerA, where they have a partnership with Nintendo. These companies, they're not licensed by Nintendo, so what's probably going on is someone in China is going around getting Nintendo Switch 2 consoles. They're selling on the black market there. And from there, these companies are making accessories for them before anyone else.
Ooh. You know, I've been meaning to go visit the black market.
Is this some Taylor Swift song?
No. I just really like the idea of going to a black market.
If you could give me a Nintendo Switch 2, yeah, go ahead.
Uncle Nick, you made me a pop star, Metopia? Now that's a true uncle right there.
I didn't know he played Miitopia. I thought it was just Tomodachi Life.
You know? That's a true meaning of being Nepo baby.
You should read Soshi's comment.
Why? I don't know if I want to.
Yes, you do. That's why you're on the stream.
No, I was on the stream because I wanted something to do while playing Genshin Impact. I promised
Tomorrow,
myself.
starving indie dev Celeste. Reese, how's it going?
Hello.
All of these are pretty good.
James, I've given up on clowning for that. You know what? Maybe Taylor will release on the Nintendo Switch 2 instead of CDs.
Physical media, am I right?
Now here's a Sochi comment I want to read. Riders, I got a Target. Oh, stupid ads. Riders, I got a Target exclusive Taylor Swift album for my mother on Christmas. See, that's a great comment right there.
I don't think he actually did. Oh, he got it for his mom. That's different. I thought he got it from his mom.
Nope,
Knowing
nope.
Soshi, I think that he would just want a Roy Koopa figurine. I don't think he
Yeah,
would
no,
want
I
it.
understand that. The fact that he was nice enough to get it for his mom.
That
That's
is sweet.
We love our mom Swifties. Except the ones that act like Karens.
Here's the thing, it probably cost a penny, a nickel, and a dime to make Donkey Kong Country Returns HD. If it sells 2 copies, Nintendo will get their investment returned. Yeah, of course you can join, Reese.
Yeah.
We're gonna have
Come
you
on
after this
in.
round of Mario Kart.
Come on in. The water's fine.
The water's just... Let's see. I'm trying to think. It smells like sewage because everything's leaking.
Ew. I gotta say,
We
I
need
was
some
watching
plumbers
like,
for these leaks.
I was watching a Kit and Krista video about what they think Nintendo's going to do right now because of all the leaks, and it was just like 15 minutes of them venting about how horrible it was to work for Nintendo during leaks.
What happened? I was watching it, but then I decided to stream myself.
Well, basically, the whole summary is when leaks happen, Nintendo is like they're the kind of company that will ask for like 1,000 reports on like, okay, who talked to who, you know, like basically a witch hunt, like who did what and like why did this leak happen. And also when there's leaks, like they refuse to like they want as little people to know about the projects possible when there's leaks abound, so the people that work in the projects have way more work to do because typically there'll be more people working on the project, but because they're keeping it a secret from people, there's less manpower to work on them and stuff. So it just seems like a very stressful, toxic kind of work environment from what they were describing. I was like, oof, this is some good tea. I gotta
The
say.
colors do pop, I'll give them that. Booster Course Pass definitely looked better after Wave 3. So we're going to have good old Reese join.
Yes. Come on in.
Last time we did a stream with all three of us was August 23rd. Switch 2 should have been revealed by then. But it wasn't.
It should have been reviewed in 2018.
Honestly, it's just crazy how long it's been since the Switch launched.
I mean, I don't blame Nintendo for not really, from what it seems like, not really wanting to move on. The Switch has been so great.
I mean, yes, it has been. But another thing is that at some point the hardware starts to crumple up. Is there actually an update on it? Or, Dejoka, you're just making a meme?
Hey!
Hello, hello, hello.
Guys, we actually got Andre from Game Explain to spill the tea on the Nintendo Switch too.
Yep.
No,
They're
but before you
adding...
do that, though, you need to talk about what happened with your Game Explain employees. That's
Well, they're doing fine. They have enough to buy a pack of ramen noodles every 3 weeks. They should be fine.
I live on ramen noodles too.
But yeah. Anyways, they're adding more folders. They're adding better folders. I'm gonna rush home from work just to make a video about it. The fact that they're adding a ton of new folder features to the Switch 2.
Was Andre the one that went insane over the folders? Like, they just announced the new 3D
he
Mario?
was. Yeah, he did. He rushed back home. When they added that little feature where you could group games together on the Switch, he was super excited about that. I remember he was like, "They added folders! They added folders!"
I thought Game
He
Explain
was
was his
freaking
job.
out over it.
I didn't know he had another one.
I don't know what he was doing. I don't know what he was doing. Maybe he was at an event or something. He was at imagine he was at someone's wedding or something, and then he got a notification saying folders are now on the Switch. And
I mean, to be fair,
home.
if it was a wedding, I would leave too just to make a video about folders. I would I would leave a wedding to make a video about the icons in Donkey Kong Country Returns HD. Oh boy, that's what really.
But
matters.
I can just imagine him being in some sort of situation like he's either in some office or just a random place in public, and he just gets the notification. He's like, "Folders are on the Switch."
All jokes aside, I would actually trust Andre from Game Explain more when it comes to information about the Switch 2 or teases towards it than I would Nate the Hate. Andre made a tweet saying something along the lines of 9 a.m. on a Thursday. He might be hinting towards it.
Yeah.
I don't know. But
If it happens, are we gonna do the "he is right" thing with Andre?
He wasn't the main one leaking it. See, if Nate the Hate...
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
But
With
I mean,
Jeffy,
if it's on the dot at 9 a.m. tomorrow.
he was right! I don't think it's going to have the same impact because it wasn't like Metroid Prime Remastered.
Yeah.
9 a.m. What time zone? That's the thing. So he technically can't be right at any hour.
Technically, yeah. I'm going to make a bold statement. I think that the Nintendo Switch 2, the dock, will be powered by electricity.
Wow. Oh my god. You really went there.
As for handheld mode, I think that it will have a display on it where you can see what you're playing on a little screen.
I'm going to make a bold thing too. I'm going to claim that Taylor Swift has bought out Nintendo, and the Switch 2 will become the Swiftie 2.
That's
I have a bold. I also have a bold prediction. It will have 2 controllers with
wow.
buttons.
And one of them's or you pass them to a friend in tabletop mode. Like that?
Yeah.
Oh wow. You know what? At this rate, I think we'll get our own spot on podcasts and stuff when it comes to being insiders.
Yeah. Anyone could be an industry insider. You just keep making enough guesses until it's actually true.
You guys
Oh
hit
my
up
God.
Switch Force. Tell him that we got the information.
Yeah.
I love this name, Swiftendo.
I think it would.
What would you
I think it would
do?
actually be. I think it would actually be funny if we actually like tried to like make like a bunch of like we actually kind of like tried to become quote unquote industry insiders, trying to get people to like just cover just random things that we say. Like how like it just seems like there's a bunch of random people who just go out there and just say stuff like that. Like it seems like anyone could do it.
One of the greatest things that happened in terms of leaks and rumors is when John Cartwright made a page called Waddle Dee Knows, and he just guessed a bunch of stuff and things that he got right. He decided to save the tweet and then unprivate the account because it was private and he was throwing anything at the wall. And people believed it. That was a big brain move right there.
People actually thought that's what Pioro was originally. Like before Pioro actually got things right consistently, that's what people thought that he was. Like I think like it was before the June 2023 direct, like when people didn't trust him yet.
I mean, you gotta make a name for yourself. I don't want to play Toad Circuit, but I feel like I have to because the rest of the courses are bass tracks. I will say, I got one thing to say to Nate the Hate if he's wrong tomorrow about the Switch 2. If Nate the Hate is wrong about it, all I gotta say is this. That's not very demure.
Or mindful.
This isn't Mario and Harmon Smith's in the chat! Harmon Smith, good to see ya.
Let's go!
Oh boy.
So I had a question, for, like, about Anton Blast. Have you finished it yet?
Almost. I'm on the final boss. Oh, you're playing it right now.
Yeah. The final boss is pretty difficult, but it's also, like, really fun and satisfying when you beat it.
I'm pretty sure that if I ate dinner, Harmon Smith would be like, you're not playing Mario and Luigi Brothership.
This isn't Mario and Luigi Brothership, yeah.
You know what I played so far today?
What was that?
You know what I played so far today?
Genshin.
And Fortnite.
He's a shell of himself, guys.
I am. I have dissolved. And and I'm totally fine with it.
You know what? I just gotta say that I actually am enjoying Brothership more. But Anton Blast I'm enjoying a lot more. But after Anton Blast, I'm probably gonna go back to Brothership. I've also been playing
really
Animal
enjoyed
Crossing New
Brothership.
Horizons again.
I think
I've
I'll give
been-
it like a year and I'll replay it. It was really good.
I was obsessed. I feel like I'm obsessed with both Brothership and Anton Blast. Like, I kind of love both games. I mean, right now, since I've already finished Brothership, I'm kind of now in my Anton Blast kind of obsession phase. And yes, I would say I'm obsessed with that game now.
Oh! Tony Sonic! Thank you for the donation! A donation of $10! That is crazy,
Ooh.
thank you!
As
Honestly,
a
I
Sonic
wouldn't be
fan, now you
surprised
need
if
to
this...
be a Sonic fan.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Switch 2 wasn't announced tomorrow. People said it would be revealed soon for years. I have to see it to believe it. Yeah, I'm in a similar boat until Pioro says something. But Tony Sonic, thank you for the donation. In fact,
Yeah.
I will use that for the Mario Kart 9 fund. I have a fund set aside for the Nintendo Switch too.
I still think there's like a 55 to 60% chance that it will be revealed tomorrow, just because of Pioro. Like, if Pioro didn't say anything, I would be like, no, I don't think it's gonna happen.
I think
But
Pioro
since
could just
Pioro
let it
did
rip and
something,
people would take that as a hint.
Yeah, I just since Pioro said something, I'm like, it's probably like I still think there's a chance that it won't happen, but like I definitely think it's slightly more likely that it will happen than not, just because of Pioro. And because he got like last week, he said Xenoblade was gonna get a trailer, and at first, like it didn't happen until like later in the week, so people are saying like, oh. Pure actually got that one wrong, but then it did happen. I think it was on a Thursday or
Yeah.
something. So it just took a
Wait.
little longer for it to
I'm
like actually
confused.
kind of happen. So I
I
guess
thought
it's gonna
Zero
be
was
a.
gone.
I think he got a new source, or either that or the source that Nintendo took down wasn't the same one that like that Pioro was
Yeah.
looking at.
I mean,
Honestly-
I'll be honest. The last I heard Puro was when he was apparently cooked.
Yeah, it's weird because he came back like he revived like
Are
a
you
dry
sure it's
bones.
the same Puro?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're talking
I
about
have
the
a
same
theory. I actually have a theory. I wonder if Pioro wasn't actually taken down, or his source wasn't actually taken down, and he just kind of did that to just kind of because Nintendo was taking down some other stuff around that time, so he kind of like basically went dark around that time just to kind of have just to get the attention away from him.
Pen
That's what I'm thinking
Scribbles!
happened.
Thank
The
you for the
20th
donation. Low key,
the
I've been seeing a
20th
video
Cooper.
saying Switch 2 reveal tomorrow nearly every day now. You know, in this case, it isn't so much of me thinking that it's going to be revealed tomorrow, but I thought it'd be fun just to do the predictions, you know, just in case. But thank you for the donation. In fact, because we got 2 donations so far, I'll be doing a little something fun after this round. I think you guys can probably guess what it is. I would take a shot, but I've abstained from alcohol, sadly. So we're gonna do the next best thing.
In 2 months and 2 days, I'll be old enough to drink.
Just don't go too
Oh my
crazy.
God.
Oh yeah, I won't. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be very careful about that. So
Yeah. Instead of drinking 12 bottles, maybe like 11 bottles.
Yeah. Nah, I will say this. I mean, yeah, just don't go too crazy.
Yeah. Well, if you're gonna drink, drink with people.
Yeah,
yeah,
and also, or just keep it lean.
No, don't do that.
Oh, what is Harmon Smith saying? He just recorded his own video predicting new Donkey Kong, Luigi's Mansion 4, another Code 3, and F-Zero. Really? I feel like a new F-Zero could happen. Nintendo's kind of been teasing that a bit.
I do think a new F-Zero is gonna happen some point during the Switch 2 generation. I just kind of have a feeling that it will because they've been bringing back so many like series, and then they also did F-Zero 99 as well to kind
Yeah.
of gauge the interest. So I'm thinking. Like, I definitely think there's going to be an F-Zero at some point, I would say. I just kind of have a feeling.
Marcus, thank you for the donation. Pioro deep frying incident was greatly exaggerated. Pioro got fried and then got turned into balut. But anyways, for the donations, we got strawberry hostess cupcakes.
Oh my God.
And then smush them.
Why?
Well, you get a smushed strawberry cupcake. That's what you get.
Why?
Is that the one that I'm
Nah.
supposed to be? Because there's like a account called squished strawberry cupcake Reese.
I do think I have orange cupcakes, but they're expired.
It's like Pure was deep fried so hard that he turned into a water buffalo.
None of these tracks are my cup of tea.
Have you heard about the whole water buffalo thing with the Nintendo Switch 2?
I have. These ones are actually pretty good. I'll see if I have the expired orange cupcakes.
Also, strawberry does not sound like a good flavor for that.
It is. if I have the expired orange cupcakes and I get a super chat that's like $25, I'll eat it.
Don't don't do that.
I mean, it's
You
a
should do
cup-
like a You should do like a super chat goal, like where if you get like maybe like 20 super chats, you could do it.
20 super
Have
chats.
have you done a super chat goal before? I've done it before, and it's been pretty fun. I
I
did
mean,
it
I'll
on a
do
Mario
that.
Party stream, where I did like if I get like 5 super chats of any price, I would do another round of Mario Party, and then I got enough super chats and I did one. So I think it's pretty fun. It's like a fun way to like get some more super chats and also do something fun if you want. So to help save up for a Switch 2 in Mario Kart 9.
I will eat the expired cupcake if I still have it for 20 super chats.
As long as it's documented that I do not support the idea, then you can do whatever you want.
I mean, how bad could it be? I mean, it's Hostess. Their process beyond belief.
It depends. I guess it depends on how long it's expired.
Since too many games.
Well,
Wait, is it the same like? Is it the same pack of them that the infamous smushed orange cupcake was from, or is this a
No.
different one? Because you said it was from too many games, so.
Alright, I just gotta make sure that I still have it. I don't know if I do. I do! I don't have the box anymore, though. Oh, God. Hey, oh, man, I'm not sure if I should even have this. So it did expire in November. Yeah, here it is. It's kind of like... You can't see it that well, but it is smushed. Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, do the goal 20 super chats.
How do you add it?
Oh, there's
Oh,
like
I
a
see it.
thing. Yeah.
Or actually, I'll just do 10. Alright, here we go.
Okay.
Alright, here we go. Do a little bit of item smuggling.
Oh, are you setting the goal after?
Yeah, it said an error's occurred, though.
Okay.
Oh, never mind.
Oh, yeah, it worked. It probably took a second to load.
Is there any chance for me to catch up? I'm not sure.
now
Let's see.
So we got 30 minutes for the expired cupcake.
Yeah.
So what do you predict's gonna happen tomorrow? You think it's not gonna happen?
I think there's still a chance. That, like I said earlier, I think there's like I still think it's like fairly likely that it could happen, but there's still a chance that it won't. I'm just like the Pyoro thing definitely kind of boosted the chances of it for me.
I feel that way too, but still, I think it's unlikely. Could you imagine if they did a shadow drop for it?
Yeah, that would be crazy, but like we've seen crazier things from Nintendo before. So
What has been crazier, the Metroid thing? Or Metroid Prime Remastered?
I mean, that and like some other things. I don't know, like it just seems like Nintendo, like during this era, they've just been. Yeah, also like they're like the fact that they've just dropped games randomly. I know this is like a console, but not. But like it's sometimes like there's like a random Tuesday where we got like Xenoblade Chronicles X and then Paper Mario, the Origami King, and different things like that.
Yeah.
And then also like the fact that they dropped like 3D All Stars just like a few days after it was announced, like in stores too.
I mean, there's a difference between games like that and your next major console.
Yeah, but the thing is, like with the console, they would still have like a few months between when they reveal it and then when they release it to do things. So
You're welcome, Jude.
there was
You
like
know what?
another. I was gonna say there was another rumor somewhere that said like that it was gonna be like on the 17th, and I wonder if that was like the Japanese reveal date, where it was like gonna be the.
Yeah, and then the
Like the
17th
17th.
turns into March. They do that because it... You know, one of our favorite YouTubers made a video about it, and he's like, "Okay, guys, the Switch Pro is happening! It is happening, guys!" Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. Just don't get excited over nothing. The Nintendo Switch 2, and there's gonna be Mario Kart 9! Never mind, the Switch Pro is cancelled. You know who that was?
Switch Force.
No, Lord Crumple. Switch Force takes it seriously.
Oh.
Lord Crumple was just making fun of it.
That's an actual YouTuber?
Yeah, maybe, thanks.
Did you see me reference it in my Paper Mario art style ranking video?
I didn't. I need to check out that video, though.
Yeah, it's in the 1,000-Year Door section where I was like characters like Vivian, Desmond, which I call a certain character that, and Lord Crump, and then in the background I have like an audio clip saying like maybe thanks. I like pitched it like a little differently.
And then, boom! Crumpled up. How many people are in the chat?
$57.
74! It'll be announced at midnight tonight. Just like they did for
Oh.
that partner showcase in 2020.
I
I think
remember
it's gonna
that.
be
I was
announced at 3 a.m.
Oh, we're just doing the three of us for the voice chat. But you're more than welcome to join Mario Kart.
Oh, I need to do something real quick. I'll be back in just a second. So
I think we'll just start a new goal because looking back in retrospect, it's probably not a good idea to have the expired cupcake.
That's what I was. That's what I've been saying.
Alright, is it possible to end the goal? Yeah, I can remove it. Alright, let's see.
Mr. Krabs moment
What's a Mr. Krabs moment?
when he like ate that expired Krabby Patty. SpongeBob. Yes, Mr. Krabs. Make sure you save that
Wait,
Krabby Patty.
did it happen?
I'm not finished with it yet.
Wait, Jordan, did it actually happen?
I don't think you can trust the chat. I feel like
I'm back.
Did the Switch 2 trailer get shadow dropped?
Wait, what?
yeah, no, you can't trust the chat. They're gonna say that stuff all night.
Yeah.
Oh, no, but it should. No, it shouldn't. I'd like to have a little bit of anticipation for it. Shadow drops just aren't as fun.
I feel like you can't really shadow drop a console. It's not gonna work out if you do that. Now, you can shadow drop a Taylor Swift album and it'll sell no problem. But a console, you need a little more build up.
Have you seen r/ Nintendo Switch 2?
Yeah, I have.
It's crazy. There was like a thing like a few hours ago where they're going through like things that Furukawa was doing. Like it's 8:33 a.m. Furukawa opens r/ Nintendo Switch 2 and loses control while driving. And then like 8:32 or 8:32 Miyamoto welcomed Furukawa and they started playing Mario Kart at Nintendo HQ entrance. Furukawa is heading back to his car after he realized he left his wallet inside. They just kept saying just completely random things.
Oh, wow. What just happened there? I don't think they
Have
should
you-
shadow drop the trailer still. That's not a good idea.
Like r/Nintendo Switch 2 is like insane. It's like r/Pikmin before Pikmin 4 was revealed.
We're gonna start a new super chat goal. Alright.
It's someone just posted an AI video. It's at like 12:39 p.m. in Japan. Furukawa discusses business with a water buffalo, and it's just like an AI video of like him talking to a water buffalo. I need
Alright,
to
so
send this in the chat. This
we're
is
doing
crazy.
something a little bit different here. So for this stream, what we're doing, or for this chat goal, what we're doing is we're doing a new goal where if you super chat, you'll get a shout out in the video that I'm doing about Donkey Kong Country Returns HD. So I'll keep that up for an hour. And yeah.
Wow. You guys definitely want to donate so that you can hear Dimitri say your name in his lovely voice.
As long as it's not vulgar or anything like that, you're good to go.
Makes me think about that live stream.
Which one? Oh! You just joined by putting in the code.
I'm just gonna play some more Anton Blast here.
I hope they put Genshin Impact on a Switch too.
Monty the Gold, thank you. Hey Demeech will be completely playable on the Switch too. Actually, yes, that's confirmed. It is confirmed.
Yeah, is it? it's backwards compatible, and then it will probably have Switch Online.
No, it
support,
will have
so-
Switch Online. So that's been
Yeah.
fully backwards compatible. Thank you for the donation, Monty the Gold, and you will be getting a shout out in the Donkey Kong Country Returns HD video.
You could also play Anton Blast on the Switch too.
You can literally play every Switch game. You know what's funny? It gives you access to 2 generations.
You could play Nintendo Switch Sports on it and use the leg strap.
It works with the leg
perfect
strap.
console. Yeah. Perfect.
I can't wait to see how the backwards compatibility will be handled. I hope it's like how Xbox does it. Yeah, me too. I will say Xbox has problems, but backwards compatibility really isn't one of them. Yeah, that's Andre from Game Explain on the stream. Switch Sports wasn't necessary. You could have Mii Sports. Yeah, they could have changed it, but it is what it is, and it happened. Nah, wouldn't be a stream.
Imagine. I was gonna say, imagine if they replace the Miis with Sports Mates on the Switch 2.
I think it's just for sport or Switch Sports.
Yeah, I do too, but I just like that would be insane if they actually did that.
I believe that with NVIDIA's new technology, it'll increase the frame rates for Switch games on the Switch too.
Yeah.
What is Funky Kong's horn? Sounds so weird. Like, it sounds like a cat. So when it comes to the reveal, do you think that Mario Kart 9 is going to happen with it?
Honestly, even though they said something about like games aren't gonna be like shown, I think what they kind of, if that rumor is true, I think what they meant is that it's not gonna reveal any games. It's just gonna show footage, like the October 2016 trailer. Because I think it would be a bit weird if they don't show like any games. Because like they have to show games with a console. I don't know. It just seems.
Could you imagine if
weird.
there's no trailer at all and Nintendo just does a tweet that showcases the system and says more details later?
That would be crazy. But I mean, like that, like Nintendo could do that. Like that does seem like a very Nintendo thing for them to do. Like just.
I mean, we got what was revealed that was important. The icons for Donkey Kong Country Returns HD.
You know what's funny? It's kind of like back in 2021, we were like annoyed that Nintendo was ignoring the 40th anniversary.
You know,
of
I was just thinking about that. I was just
Groose
thinking
was more
about
important.
that.
But this is like an exact parallel of it. It's like the ultimate monkey's paw here. I guess Kong's paw in this situation, where Nintendo is acknowledging Donkey Kong, but then we're all like waiting for the Switch 2.
The way they've handled Donkey Kong is just terrible. No, it was funny because it was the 40th anniversary of Donkey Kong, and what happened is they made a tweet about none other than Groose. And that was what was important that day.
You need to make a community post about that, like the parallels between the Groose thing and the Donkey Kong icons. Like they finally acknowledged DK.
I should probably just even make that into a short. Which one do you think will be the Switch 2's launch title? Metroid Prime 4 or Pokemon Legends Zaza? Neither. I think it's going to be Mario Kart 9.
Well, it's gonna be Sonic Cross Worlds.
Wasn't the last 3D Sonic game only 2022?
It was last year.
Yeah, because Shadow Generations.
Jordan, do you believe the stuff that Nate the Hate's been saying? Because I don't believe it. Pioro, I don't know. It said, like, he did kind of hint at it, but I'm not sure if it's concrete. I might eat my words, and I'm fine with that. No, I think Pokemon Gen 10 will be next year. We got Zaza coming, so unless we got
Yeah.
Zaza in January or early in the year, I don't think we have room for another generation.
Imagine if they like do like a trailer. Actually, imagine if the Zaza trailer is what we get tomorrow, and that releases like they release it like just or
They just shadow
a
drop
couple
it,
weeks
like
later.
Metro Prime
Yeah.
remastered. Apparently, according to rumors, it's supposed to be announced tomorrow. I wish Peora would just say it. Like, enough with the speculation. I want to hear about it. Brony Pony, thank you for 10 bucks. That is very kind of you. Go buy yourself a snack. I will. Question, do you think we'll get a price reveal? No, I don't think we'll get a price reveal. And I think that pre-orders would start likely after some sort of event like the Switch got.
Yeah. Hidden Krista was saying that like the
Yeah.
price is usually one of the very last things that'll get reviewed.
Yeah.
That's usually how it is for most products, not just for Nintendo.
Yeah. But if I were to guess
You
the
want to hook
price...
them as much as you can with all the features and stuff, and then hit them the price.
I would say that I'm thinking 350, 400. Anything above would be too much.
I think it's probably going to be 400 because like 350 is the price of the OLED, and they haven't did a price. They didn't do a price drop until like, well, I mean, probably soon they might do a price drop. So I think like 400 is probably, unless they do like a price drop like right before the Switch 2 releases, for like the OLED and the base Switch. But I think 350 could still be a plausible
You know what'd be really funny?
price for it.
If they release a version of the Switch that's only $100, and then they can outsell the PS2. This is 2015 tech. Of course they can do it now. You know, one of the things I'd actually want to see is a revision of the Switch or Switch 2 that's like the Game Boy Micro in size. But play
But
Switch
let's be
games.
honest, it's probably whatever Nintendo does that's like gonna be like a small little version of the Switch is probably gonna be like the Wii Mini, where it's just kind of lame.
It'd be cool if we got something like the Game Boy Micro again. I don't think we will, though. If they manage 350 with the leaked specs, they're 4 times more power in handheld mode, it will sell like crazy. Yeah, but you gotta have the games to sell it. You gotta have the selling points. I haven't played as Peach Ed in a while. Do I want to? It was rough. So if you want to get the Switch 2 before the price is revealed, I would just say set aside $600 or save up that. Not to sound desperate, but yeah, you're getting a shout out in the video. Yeah, if you give the super chat for the super chat goal, you're going to get a shout out in the Donkey Kong Country Returns HD video. I would say that they'd be supporting it for at least a year, although it's kind of iffy when it comes to how they're going to handle it. Will it be like the Game Boy to Game Boy Color, where there were special cartridges that worked on both, but were enhanced on the Game Boy Color? Or is it going to be ditched immediately like the Wii U was? Or actually, no, that couldn't happen because they already got games coming out throughout the rest of the year. I don't know. That's a good question.
Hey, but I have one recommendation for anyone who wants to save money before the Switch 2 releases and wants to play a new game. Anton Blast. It's not that. I think it's only like $20. It's like.
Yeah, it's 20 bucks.
And it's an excellent game too.
I've already
And
put
so
30
far,
hours into it, and I haven't even beat the game. I've just been playing it constantly. But yeah, Anton Blast is a great game to get.
Yeah, I think like in the amount of hours it takes to beat the game is like as much as some $60 games, I would say, that Nintendo releases. So
Anton Blast is just incredible. If it weren't a prediction stream, I would be playing Anton Blast. But I wanted to play something
yeah.
multiplayer. Here's a fun question. What is the best Nintendo Switch 2 leak channel? Are there any that you guys actually enjoy watching? I got one. But if Reese, if you have any that you enjoy watching, I'd love to know.
No, no, because I haven't really been watching a lot of Nintendo Switch 2 leak channels.
Can you guess what my favorite is?
Switch Force?
No! Nintendo Prime. I just think his videos are entertaining, and at least he can.
Oh.
He does have insiders.
I thought you were saying that in like a joking way. Like, what is the
thought you
one
were
that
gonna
you
say,
just
like,
watch to make fun of?
or something.
No, that'd be Switch Force and Nintendo Land. I know what Switch Force is gonna do when the Switch 2 is announced. No, Nintendo Prime's cool. Did you ever
Yeah,
get to meet?
I didn't. If you were saying like unironically, yeah, then I probably would have guessed Nintendo Prime. But I thought you were just saying from like a standpoint of you like joking about them, I guess, and just watching for like irony. But yeah, I guess like in terms of like ones that are actually seem more genuine, like I guess Nintendo Prime is definitely like is a lot better than a lot of them. Like he's more passionate about like the Nintendo leaks than like ones like Switch Force and things, because it actually seems like it's something that he finds interest in doing, rather than ones that are just like, hey, everybody, new Nintendo Switch 2 leak, and they just like Switch Force.
Nintendo Switch Pro trailer is coming. Nintendo Land making good video, or what did you comment? Because I can't see, because I'm blocking it. He's making good. It doesn't matter. You gotta at least have some integrity. I do know Zach Pack. I actually stayed with Zach Pack at PAX West. I know him well.
Oh, yes.
Someone is completely absorbed in a Genshin.
I'm completely absorbed in Anton Blast right now.
I'm like a piece of clay, you know? Whoever I hang out with pretty much molds what I do.
Come on. Oh, no wonder you're crazy when you hang out with me. Switch Stop had a crash out on Switch 2, and I don't even blame him. The rant was hilarious. What happened? I want to see that. What's a crash out? I used to do these videos called Nintendo Rumor of the Week, where it was just a parody of all that. Let's see. The Switch 2 is like legions behind because you can't smell your game, unlike the PS5's new feature. Yeah, but the Switch 2 will have games. Use lightning on the Gusty Garden Galaxy port is not cool. I thought I turned off lightning. All I can say is that Nintendo Switch 2 is an NFT, not effing trustworthy. You mean all the leaks and stuff? I'm sure the console would be trustworthy.
Yeah, like, I mean, we know the console is happening, but, like...
I mean, Nintendo's confirmed that.
Yeah.
I gotta check that video out. Let's see the Nintendo Switch 2. If anything's going on. Nope. Probably have to wait until tomorrow. And then tomorrow turns into March. I am unfortunately preparing for the grim reality that $70 will be the standard. It sucks. We kind of got a preview of that with Tears of the Kingdom. But what can you do? Is this when there's going to be a video saying Dimitri gatekeeps gamers who want to play games? He doesn't like that being $70 or games are $70. He's poor. Probably going to happen.
Who the hell wants $70 games?
I mean, obviously, Nintendo needs to make money. They won't if games are still $60. I don't know, it's like $70, it sucks.
Yeah.
Anton Blast has some great bosses.
It is unfortunately becoming the industry standard.
Yeah, I am broke because I don't want $70 games.
Yeah, Arlo actually brought up a good point in a video that he did. I'm not sure what it was about. I think it was about like Nintendo Switch 2 predictions, but I remember him bringing up the point that like even though like inflation technically makes these games like technically this like worth the same amount that they were before, but the thing is like the economy is a lot different than it was back like 10-15 years ago, like to the point where like a $70 game is still technically like quite expensive nowadays.
I mean, just don't
like,
eat Cinnamon Toast Crunch for 7 days in a row. You'll be able, or 7 boxes of Cinnamon Toast Crunch, then you can get a Switch 2 game. No, $70 would be a lot. I don't know, in terms of the economy, it's like people can't even afford to get their own homes.
Like everything is really expensive nowadays, and like, I don't think people want games to get more expensive either. So
The one thing
that would just be another thing.
Exclusively eat ramen for a week to play Mario Kart 9. I'm not sure if I would do that for Mario Kart, but Pokemon definitely. You know, I could kind of stomach sometimes $60 ports, but $70, that's where I would draw the line. They gotta think of a better structure for pricing their remakes and so-called remasters and stuff.
Imagine Paper Mario Sticker Star Deluxe for $70 on the Switch 2.
I'm trying to think of more Wii and 3DS games. Yeah, they could do $70 HD quote-unquote remasters. I mean, the reason why I get them is because I make videos about them. So for one, they're a write-off, and two, they're a way to make content. But other than that, I wouldn't get them if I were an average consumer. I think Mario Kart 9 will be a day one launch title. They gotta launch it with something big.
Yeah. Imagine if they launch it with Animal Crossing. I think that's actually like another decent possibility, because Animal Crossing also was really popular.
I will say I don't agree with a lot of the stuff that Furukawa's done before. It was more bad in the early 2020s, but now it seems like Nintendo is business-oriented and they're doing things that make sense. Giving the fans what they want. Calling the system something that anyone will know is a Switch 2. Yeah, shrinkflation's a huge problem. I don't really care about IGN's opinion. Whether I agree with it or disagree, they're just a major gaming journalism outlet. What's up, Rodmar Sim? Good to see ya. Yeah, it's not even Dollar Tree anymore. We could talk about inflation, but this is Mario Kart. This isn't Super Mario World.
Oh, I thought this was
I was gonna
economics
say,
class.
I was gonna say, whatever you do, don't search up Mario Kart inflation on Google Images.
IGN's had some bad reviews. I just don't think that it's a good source when it comes to reviews because it's inconsistent. It's not like watching Arlo or something where Arlo's opinions are genuine. Although I did find it interesting that Arlo pretty much started the channel based on Paper Mario, and he rallied to get a remake of Thousand Year Door, and we got it, but you didn't beat the game? I'm starting to wonder just like if his interests have changed in Nintendo.
I don't know. I just think he's just been playing like a lot more things lately. That's what I'm guessing.
I mean, yeah. But considering 2024 was light just for all the big three platforms, it's just a little surprising.
I mean, that's called growing up.
Yeah, but still.
People's interests change over time.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, exactly how he feels about Nintendo going forward.
He has
I
been
think he'll
like
always
making
cover
a.
Nintendo because that's his bread and butter. That's what's gonna keep the channel alive. But I did see I did watch that video and I saw that there's a lot of other games on there like Dark Souls, Elden Ring, and things like that. He's playing a bunch of other things.
Astrobot.
Yeah.
Well, Astrobot's like really good from what I've heard, so
I don't know.
I don't blame him talking
Oh,
about
I heard
that.
it was great.
I feel like I'm going through a bit of a change my gaming taste recently. So I think I can relate a little bit. I think you just go to like phases of liking certain kinds of games and you just cycle back after a while.
A museum or aquarium would be really cool. Or how about a zoo? They haven't done a theme park yet. They did a water park, but not a theme park.
Oh, I didn't see the comments since I'm playing Anton Blast. What was it about?
It was about what could be a new track, because there's already been an airport, there's been the water park and a subway. What's next? An aquarium or a museum, that'd be cool. But I'm also
How about
thinking
a
a zoo would be
concert
cool.
arena?
What happened there? There's a little bit of input lag, because I'm looking at my screen here instead of my TV. Water Park was Wario and Waluigi Park. It wasn't, though. Ask Reese this question for me. Reese, do you think the next Paper Mario game will be a Paper Mario 64 remake? Or you think they're going to do something completely new?
I think it's gonna be new, but it's gonna be like Thousand Year Door. It's gonna be like in the style of the remake. Because I don't think they're gonna do another remake after they just did a remake.
I'd be down for it, though. I
So-
couldn't imagine it'd take too long to do.
Yeah, I kind of like. I think it would make a lot of sense if. I think they've probably already started working on a game before the Thousand Year Door remake was even out, and they just kind of used the Thousand Year Door remake template to kind of make a new game off of. That's kind of what I'm thinking, because it kind of makes sense to do like a full, like return the form thing after the Thousand Year Door remake.
Yeah, Roboto, yeah. That is Reese.
Yeah.
Roboto, yeah. Anton Blast is amazing.
Yeah.
I'm getting kind of hungry now. Underrated 3DS games? Rhythm Heaven, or I'm trying to think, Megamix is very underrated, but it's digital only. So unless you mod your 3DS, you can't play it in North America. I feel like the whole library is just underrated.
I hate when they make certain games digital only, like in
Me
certain
too.
regions. I really hope they don't do that at all during the Switch 2 era.
Guys, the Super Chat goal is wrapping up, so if you want to get a shout out in the Donkey Kong Country Returns HD video, feel free to give a Super Chat. And yeah, we're going to do a few more races, and then I'll be making myself some dinner at almost midnight. I'm not sure if we'll get black and white remakes. I think they already would have done them before going back to Kalos. I did, but it was like a while ago. Australia, I think that Gen 10 will take place in. They haven't done that yet, so I feel like they're gonna go that route. So let's see. So let's... Ah! It's so hard to play this with the input lag. Right.
Sorry
So-
that I haven't been talking that much. I've just been so invested with Anton Blast.
I will say you get a little bit of a pass, but playing Genshin... Yeah, no.
You don't knock it till you try it.
Have you
It's
smoked
actually
crack?
like a really great story.
Have you smoked crack before?
No.
Don't knock it till you try it. I'm not gonna play Genshin.
You sound like a boomer.
Eh.
You don't know if you like it till you try it. You sound like Squidward, actually.
What, with the Krabby Patty?
Yeah, just one bite. Just 1 hour.
I can't imagine Demeech playing Genshin.
What games could you not imagine me playing? Besides
Well, that's
Genshin?
one of them. I don't know. Maybe Fortnite.
I actually have played Fortnite before.
Well, I suppose that I think that's like a game that you've played like a couple times, but like not like really gotten into that.
I
That
was
just
for a
seems
little
like
bit,
one of those games.
like in 2018. I guess part of it was
Yeah.
because Nintendo just didn't have anything that year, outside
Yeah.
of WarioWare Gold and Smash.
My boyfriend and his friends are really into Fortnite, so I've been playing a lot of that.
I'm just curious to see what'll happen tomorrow.
Yeah.
Nothing.
There goes all the credibility. The Astar, thank you for the donation.
Actually, like,
Subtract
the only
one
leaker
from
we
GW
need to
for Bolt of
trust
Lightning.
is...
Great, Scott. Nice Back to the Future reference.
The only leaker we need to trust is the Magic Conch show.
We should ask the Magic Conch when the Switch 2 is going to happen.
Magic Conch, will I ever get married?
No. We're probably gonna find out what happens by the 17th. What I mean by this is it could be a time zone thing. Puro said the Xenoblade thing would happen on January 8th and it happened on the 9th. So it could be a time zone thing, but that's the only benefit of the doubt that I'm willing to give. If it doesn't are you gonna give up when it's not revealed? If it's not revealed tomorrow or the 17th, are you just gonna give up when it comes to the hype for the Switch 2, Reese? And Riders DX to an extent?
I mean, the thing is, like
I've
I
already
said,
given up.
I still think there's a possibility that it won't happen tomorrow. But I'm just like, after this week, I guess it will happen when it happens. The thing is, I'm just tired of all the leaks. That's why I want it to be revealed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm kind of just over it, honestly.
I've been
I'm just
over
like,
it
it's
for the
gonna come
longest
out whenever.
time. This has been going
Like, I'm
on
legit, like,
since
the only
2020.
Switch leak video I've watched is actually yours.
Hey, I condensed everything. Hot take, you hate Luigi's Mansion 2 HD way too much. I don't think I've really hated on it that much. I've criticized it a little bit, but it's not one of my obsessions like the Dark Trilogy of 22 was. The way to summarize the leaks is it's pretty much... There are a few categories. There are the ones that come directly from the factory, which are likely real. Then there are the leaks that are just like a Reddit post with no credibility. Ignore those completely. And then all these get adapted into videos anyway. Knowing Nintendo, they would do March 31st.
Then they'd also execute Mario on that day as well. They just delayed
brings
it by
back memories.
4 years. That was so weird when they did that. Like, with like everything being like until March 31st. Do you think they're gonna do that again for the 40th anniversary, or do you think Nintendo realized how ridiculous it is to just have stuff up until the 31st and then
It's a
just
celebration,
like, take it
dude.
away?
It's obviously a celebration.
Because they haven't done anything like that since. Because I remember, like, in 2021, it was, like, both Mario and Fire Emblem they were doing that with, and then after that, they didn't do the limited time thing again. So I wonder if they kind of realized how weird that was.
It's not consumer friendly by any stretch.
Imagine, someone brought up Battle League in the chat. I was like, imagine if the one launch title for the Switch 2 is Mario Strikers Battle League 4K edition.
I don't want to talk about those games anymore. I don't think that Donkey Kong Country Returns HD will replace a new Donkey Kong game. I feel they have something planned for the Switch too. This is just a filler game. Mario Warriors would be really cool. I'm thinking they'd probably do Mario Maker 3. And maybe 3D Mario Maker. Although that wouldn't make sense if they're doing... They're doing a new 3D Mario and have 3D Mario Maker. No, they did U Deluxe, but that was a port. And Mario Maker 2 in the same year. I do wonder if they'll update games that really needed something like mouse compatibility for the Switch 2, like Mario Maker 2 if they update that. Although they haven't done anything with Super Mario Maker 2 since 2020. It's really a shame that that game just didn't live up to its full potential in terms of how Nintendo handled it. The Great Gianna Sisters?
Yeah.
I hope the launch title is Mario Maker. Yeah, I'm really hoping for Super Mario Maker 3. I mean, everything's backwards compatible, so if you bought it, then yes. Maybe they could bring over Galaxy 2. There's the mouse controller thing. I mean, if they wanted to port it over, they could. They just got to put a little work into it. But yet again, Nintendo's a billion-dollar company, so yeah, put in the work. As RGT85 would say. You had a lucid
But let's
dream
be
where you were in
honest.
Glitzville, and you heard the Glitzville theme on a loudspeaker. I also had one in the Glitz Pit and heard the Glitz Pit theme loudly. Wow, that's crazy.
Hmm.
I think with 3D Mario, they're not going to do a sequel to any games. I think it would be its own thing.
I'm still sticking by the possibility that it might be a very loose sequel to Odyssey. Because, like, they could do something interesting with it, but it could be something completely different, too. I definitely agree that that's more likely.
New Super Mario Brothers 2, too.
Me too.
A new Mario Maker would probably have a Wonder theme. Yeah, but you could say that New Super Mario Brothers would make games like Super Mario Brothers obsolete. I don't see the harm in including a track editor. I think that's cool. I don't think that just because Nintendo thinks people can't handle it, they shouldn't include it at all.
Hey, guess, I just saw another, I saw a post somewhere. Guess who doubled down on the Thursday announcement for a Switch 2? Give a wild guess who
Nate
doubled
the
down
Hay.
on it. No, someone else.
Jeff Grubb.
Yes.
Wait, double down
See-
meaning it's not going to, or double down meaning it's going to happen?
That it will.
Okay, guys, now we know for certain it's happening.
Mm-hmm.
If he says it, I don't know. I trust Andre from Game Explain more than Nate the Hay.
Yeah, he posted, Jeff Grubb posted, kids in the McDonald's play place talking mad shit about Nate the Hate.
What was this about?
The fact that people are were starting to get mad about Nate the Hate since there wasn't a announcement for a Switch, the announcement for the reveal. Like, some people were expecting an announcement for the reveal tonight, but
So what is going on? Is it going to be shadow dropped?
I don't know. It's funny. Like almost all of the big leakers that we know, like Nate the Hate, Jeff Grubb, Samus Hunter, Pioro, they're all saying this, but imagine if they're all wrong. That would be so funny.
If Pioro's wrong, that's going to be a doozy. But I fully expect the others would be wrong. Why do people give Samus Hunter the time of day? I can kind of get Nate the Hate. Pioro, absolutely. Jeff Grubb, he was right about Metroid Prime Remastered, so I'd say he can join the cool club. But the Samus Hunter? I thought
I don't
Samus
know,
Hunter was a
one-
parody.
I don't know one correct fully thing that wasn't leaked by anyone else that Samus Hunter leaked. I don't even remember. There might have been something years ago, but I don't know.
We're gonna do about 4 more rounds, guys.
There's another leaker thing that was just making there was another leaker from a few years ago. It goes back to 2018, where they're just making up complete nonsense, and they had a Detective Pikachu profile. Marco Mero, that's what they were called, Marco Mero. Do you remember them?
Yes.
They kept listing off random things on Twitter. They were Paper Mario 64 remake on the Nintendo 3DS, Virtual Boy Wario Land remake on the Nintendo 3DS, moved to the Nintendo Switch. I remember back around 2020, I was kind of coping that because they said something about Paper Mario 64 remake might have been moved to the Switch, and I was coping because I was oh man, I really want a classic Paper Mario game. But I kind of had a feeling that it was just complete BS that they were just making up. But
I mean, with Jordan, the thing is, if everyone's saying something, usually it's going to happen. There is still a likelihood. It's just, I'm just talking about rumors and stuff in general. I think the turning point for me was the 2020 Nintendo Direct, where all these leakers were saying it was happening. Everyone was so excited. And then it was that awful partner showcase that I think showed Bakugan or something like that. And then everything changed from there, and I just didn't get involved with the so-called hype train. Although I feel like in the case of the factory leaks, like I've said, those are probably legitimate. Unless Nintendo had this big brain idea where they would make these fake Switch 2 systems, distribute them throughout China, companies would make the accessories for it, and then the actual Switch 2 is something completely different.
Yeah,
no,
like
judging
imagine
based
if
on what Nintendo said, I think that's the real deal. The thing with a C button, the screen.
But just imagine if we wake up tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. like Andre or I said, and it like we get the announcement for the Wii U 2.
They would probably
And they say, "Oh
new-
yeah, when we said the successor for the Nintendo Switch, we didn't mean successor like another Nintendo Switch. We meant the successor like the next Nintendo console, and it's just the Wii U 2."
The other guy is Andre from Game Explain. No, I actually have an idea. So, you know how when Jeffy was right about Metroid Prime Remastered, the drawing that I did in 5 minutes became the meme? I'm thinking for Andre, if it's actually revealed at 9 a.m. tomorrow,
It
it's
has
gonna
to be 9 a.m. exactly.
No, it's gonna be him. You know how there's a character in Diddy Kong Racing? TT, or is it TT? What's the clock called? Actually, let me look this up. Clock Diddy Kong Racing. Yeah, it's TT. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put Andre's face on an alarmo, like TT, and then I'm gonna say, he was right! So that just leaves him and Jeffy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Uncle Nick messaged me and said TT. Oh! Riders DX is actually... I think he's playing Stray. I don't think he's playing Genshin. I'm okay with that.
Wait, what am I playing?
The game with the cat?
No, that's in Genshin.
Oh, I kind of like it more now. Did you send that because it reminds you of Oreo?
I mean, I guess that's one thing, but also just to convince you to give it a chance.
Ah, you know my weakness.
I do.
Oreo has just been meowing at the door constantly. I'm surprised
you know,
she hasn't during the stream.
I think it's kind of funny that you're playing Genshin since like it's a stereotype for Sonic fans to hate Genshin because of the Game Awards thing.
That's funny. It is.
That'd be interesting if these tracks were transferred over to 3D Mario. Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope's level design, that could easily be translated into 3D Mario. Although, to be fair, for Mario Kart 9, I want everything to be pretty much completely new. No Ultimate Mario Kart, nothing like that. I want it to be new. I feel like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe already is the Ultimate Mario Kart.
Honestly, I think Brotherships areas could be translated into 3D Mario.
Were you here when Cody joined and said, when are you going to beat Brothership?
Yeah.
That's a good point. Alright, you guys, you see, with this track specifically, I still can't get over how good it looks. But this is almost the last chance to get a shout out in the Donkey Kong Country Returns HD video. So if you would like that, feel free to give a super chat. Helps out the channel greatly and helps me do this full time. So thank you very much for your support. And I look forward to many more fun videos and streams. And we're definitely going to have a lot more when the Switch 2 is eventually revealed. So I'd give it until probably 2026.
I don't understand this.
Yeah, I'm living at the Motel 6. And I sleep on the floor at the Motel 6. I applied for PAX too. You already got yours
Yeah, so-
accepted, Reese. And you too, Riders DX.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. But I was gonna say with also like on the topic going back to like Jeff Grubb, he will technically be right again if it gets revealed tomorrow. Like if like he would get his second thing right because he doubled down on it.
What I did before was I worked in fast food and then I did retail. And eventually in 2020 with the pandemic I was doing YouTube, although it wasn't really full time at that point. So then I started working at my college and I was working there until, unfortunately, they make you stop working there once you graduate. So now I've been doing YouTube and Etsy. Etsy I started in 2023. And yes, I will be doing custom Joy-Cons for the Switch too.
Oh, I think I gotta head out now. I have to work on a couple things.
Alright, well it was great to have you, but before you head out, any last minute predictions? What's your stance before you become a certified Nintendo insider?
That yeah, let me think. The C button will mean I need to think. I need to find my leak for that, my totally credible leak for what the C button means.
It's gonna stand for crumple. And when
yes.
you press it, your Switch 2 will crumple up.
Yes, and then it will say maybe, thanks. I'll just like it will like connect to every like Bluetooth speaker around you and just blast the maybe, thanks, and then like before just crumpling up.
Boom! Crumpled up. Oh, that's perfect.
But yeah.
That's a good
Anyways.
thing to bring up. I think it's gonna stand for chat. All jokes aside.
But yeah, anyways, stay perky.
Stay perky. Alright, this town isn't big enough for the two of us. Hey Melissa, good to see ya. Do you want to take Reese's place and start or join the stream talking about predictions for the Switch 2? I'm sure you have a wealth of information about all the games coming to it.
I almost feel like it would be an echo chamber of what you're saying.
Yeah, I agree. But now, it's just us, so if you're still playing Genshin, you gotta stay a little focused on the chat here, old boy.
Well, what's in it for me?
What's in it for you is clout. You could
I don't
be
need
a
clout.
Nintendo insider. Think about that. You could be the Nintendo Switch insider for the Switch 2.
I have a boyfriend. That's all I need in my life.
No, you need to be an insider. Gonna do a few more rounds. Melissa said, no! So I think that seals the deal. Let's play as Pink Gold Peach. It's Nathan the Cucumber. Imagine Nintendo recruited me for Street Pass. I would love to see Street Pass return on the Switch too, although I'm not sure if it's likely.
I mean, no offense, but if they let go of Woodhawker, there's no way they would touch you.
I don't think Nintendo wants anything to do with YouTubers anymore. They don't really send review copies to YouTubers anymore.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, Nintendo doesn't really need to, if I'm being real with you.
I mean, no, they don't, but no harm doing it.
No.
I mean,
absolutely
Atari
not.
sent me
Create
their new
good press.
console to review. That just shows what company likes YouTubers more. It is disrespectful to the Mii's, and it's just weird. It's like... I guess they did that because they want to just distance themselves from the Wii U era for the Switch. I can't say I blame Nintendo, but it's not the Mii's fault. Here's a good question. Do you think Nintendo's actually going to get online right for the Switch 2?
I really hope so. That's like the future of gaming. I mean, it's been the future of gaming.
Switch Online's getting a little better. It's like putting a band-aid on a wound, but I don't know. Maybe the Switch 2 will have good online.
I hope so.
They better make the Switch 2 online. They're not going to do that because they already confirmed that the Switch 2 will use Switch Online. Let's avoid everything we did in the era except for the games.
I don't think online will ever be truly free, except on Steam, I guess, technically.
It used to be on Nintendo platforms.
Yeah, but it also sucked, so...
I mean, when it was paid, it still reeked. Mario Kart's actually good. Splatoon's good. Smash is unplayable. Mario Maker 2 is unplayable. Mario Party can be good. Probably should be playing Atari games instead of just waiting for the Switch 2 to be revealed.
Or you could listen to some Taylor Swift.
Absolutely not. We're gonna be doing 2 more rounds, guys.
What if the next Mario Kart is actually Mario and Sonic Kart?
Or, Actually, I think we could do a few more rounds. We've only been streaming for about 2 hours. Yeah, we'll do 8 more rounds. What were you saying?
I was like, what if the next Mario Kart was Mario and Sonic Kart?
So the goal for the Super Chat ends in 5 minutes and 50 seconds. If it were Mario and Sonic Kart, I mean, it'd be a better crossover than the Olympics.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's interesting because this stream has had some really high view counts.
Oh, Melissa, I love this question. What's the best Taylor Swift song? Oh, where do I even start?
No, what I was going to say is the stream has had some really high views, but the Mario Kart game itself, not as many people are joining. I don't know what's going on. Maybe because I didn't shuffle the room? That could be it.
Maybe people are also just tired of Mario Kart at this point.
That could be it too.
It's been how long?
It's been a decade if you owned a Wii U.
Yeah.
When did you get a Wii U?
Oh, I got it like after the Switch came out.
How much was it when you got it?
It was free. My friend gave it to me.
That is a friend to keep.
I know. We actually don't talk anymore. I really should check in and see how they're doing.
Yeah, go and check in. What Wii U do you have? Is it the deluxe model or the basic one?
It's the black colored one.
Yeah, there are 2 of them. There's the black deluxe one, and then there's the basic one. That's the white model that only lasted a month.
Yeah.
Or it wasn't a month. It was like a year. You modded your Wii U?
I think I did actually.
I gotta do that. That'd make for a good video.
I played I can play GameCube games on it, so I modded it somehow. I think people are excited for the Switch too, though, so makes sense why people are tuning in.
Oh no! Look who's in the chat! You see that, Riders DX?
Oh, why wouldn't you ask me? I love Taylor Swift since she dropped her first song. What is her first song, Blue Dimitri? Tell me what her first song is right now.
No, I wasn't talking about that. Roach is in the chat!
I don't know who that is.
It's a cockroach!
I know it's a cockroach.
No, it's a cockroach! No cockroaches allowed in this stream. DeRoach.
Uncle Nick, don't give the answer away. I'm trying to prove Blue Dimitri is not actually a Swiftie.
There was a really weird episode of The Fairly Odd Parents that had roaches. Do you remember it?
It sounds familiar, but it's not coming to me right now.
It was an episode where Wanda goes to relax in Fairy World, and Cosmo and Timmy almost destroy Dimsdale by having a science experiment with a roach, and then the roaches dominate the world.
That sounds very familiar.
It was such a stupid and disgusting episode. Roaches are just horrible. Roaches
Now,
and mosquitoes, we don't need them.
They can't control the way you look.
No, it's just roaches are gross.
They are gross.
Mosquitoes are worse, though. Why are you calling it Mario Kart X? Is it just a fancy way of saying Mario Kart 9? Battle Royale would be cool. An adventure mode's a must. Wonder mode would be cool. I'd be interested to see what the gimmick is, because if you think about it, something like anti-gravity isn't a game-changing gimmick, but I'd like to see how they make Mario Kart 9 stand out. Hey, J to the P Moreno, it's okay. We're gonna do a few more rounds because the views are so high for this stream. Might as well continue, because a lot of people are joining.
Yeah.
And Melissa,
Well, yeah.
that means that people like streams at night. We had a
I don't like
discussion
streams at
about
night.
that. And she said, are people gonna watch if it's late? And I'm like, yeah, we're gamers.
Yeah. Yep, I'm afraid that is true.
Not everyone can be an early bird like you, Melissa. But in most cases, people have to be an early bird.
Yeah, I've been waking up at 6 every day.
When I was at that amazing place, Batteries, getting up at like 7:30 was great. Working until 8 one day, 8 p.m., and then going in at 7:30 the next.
That's the typical shift of a nurse, actually.
Yeah, but the nurse gets paid a good amount.
Well, they do go to school for that, so.
What would your parents do if you didn't go to college?
They
Would you
probably
get
would
disowned?
just. Well, I don't think I'd be able to move out. Which, would just be absolutely, like, detrimental to my mental health.
I was thinking of dropping out of college because I hated the last semester so much, but I'm glad I didn't. Yet again, I haven't really used that degree. Thank you for the donation! That is very kind of you. Great live, love the predictions.
Wait, how much is that donation?
I gotta check that out. CRC? Could you look that
What
up?
is CRC?
I don't know. Alright, let me just close the chat so I can say your name. Read that fully. Another... Go to channel.
Oh, that's Costa Rican dollars.
Another drawn channel. Thank you for the donation. That is very kind.
Yeah, that's $5. Wow. Currency is such a weird thing.
It is such a weird thing. But I
Well, thank
appreciate
you.
it.
I just think it's weird how 2,500 in one country can mean $5 in another country.
Well, Zimbabwe has a $100 trillion bill. And it's worth less than $1.
Well, $5 is $5.
Demeech, would you be on a reality show? I mean, yeah. I think that'd be cool. Uh-oh, I didn't talk for 4 seconds. Stream is dead. When are we gonna get Woodhawker for a video? That's my question.
You just have to copy him, and then he'll send you a message.
Cease and desist. It's funny because they didn't even acknowledge Donkey Kong's 40th anniversary, yet now the tweet everyone was waiting for was literally... Nintendo just did a Nintendo and had the icons for Donkey Kong Country Returns HD be like the tweet that apparently the Switch 2 announcement was going to be. We'll see what happens at 9 a.m. tomorrow, but I'm thinking that Andre from Game Explain has more merit than Nate the Hate ever will. Sure, he doesn't pay his employees, but hey, he knows what's going on with Nintendo. I'm not saying this is in terms of ethics, I'm saying this is in terms of what he knows. Joshy says respect your parents and follow your dreams.
I mean, yes, ideally that is what should happen.
Do you guys think that the Switch Pro has any chance of happening?
Maybe they'll do it if the Switch 2 flops.
Switch Force said the Switch Pro trailer was coming. Did it ever happen? No. Should we trust him? Yeah. Congratulations, I've been off of Twitter for almost 4 years. He's been left to manage Game Explain alone? Wasn't he doing Game Explain alone for a while? Or when he started off, wasn't he doing that? When did he start having, Derek, Ash? It's funny because we talked to Ash at PAX East and PAX West. I don't think he was at too many games. I think that's a question for him. I think that Triss and Joey left in mid-2024. I gotta be real with you guys, 2024 is not a good year for Nintendo YouTube.
No.
There were good games, but everyone's just been waiting for the Switch too. The hype for the Switch is pretty much gone at this point.
I mean, it makes sense. It's been like how long?
Almost 8 years. That's almost a decade.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't blame people.
I was thinking of how long it's been, and then I also remembered that J-Till the P. Moreno, I always bring this up, but you've been on the channel since 2017, I believe. I think other than T&D, you are the one who's been on the channel the longest. Was it the Odyssey videos they did that encouraged you to subscribe? Because, man, if there's going to be a new 3D Mario in Mario Kart, got a ton of video ideas there already. But, of course, Donkey Kong Country Returns HD is on the horizon. Game Explain probably won't deliver my copy tomorrow, which is a bummer. Invalid!
What is that from again?
It was a joke that if you're Tricky Nick or Demeech, the guy said invalid, and he was Canadian. So this track takes place in Canada. So it's a joke. Because I made a skit where Tricky Nick and I got locked up in Canada because I tried to smuggle a Kinder Surprise egg across the border.
Oh, I remember this now.
You just blocked it out of your memory.
Oh, yeah.
Could you imagine if there was a track in Mario Kart 9 where it's Seattle? Ugh. If it wasn't for PAX West, I would never go to Seattle again. How did you feel about it?
I liked it.
You did?
Yeah.
It was too dangerous.
Well,
Yet again, this guy also
maybe I like
likes
to
New
live
York.
on the edge.
Hey, I say it how it is, the gaming otter, Uncle Nick. I'll say, if I don't like a game, I don't care if it hurts your feelings. You can criticize Nintendo, just sugarcoat it. Gonna be like a diva. Direct a funeral for the game.
Diva is a female version of a hustler.
No,
Or
nothing
in
is
your
going
case-
on with the Switch 2.
Or in your case, a grumpy old man.
Yeah, I think it's pretty much toast for today. Although, it's going to be midnight Eastern Standard Time, so I might as well just check Nintendo's Twitter and see if they have to announce anything. Oh, it's just more Donkey Kong stuff. They're really promoting this game. They are really
Yeah.
promoting it.
They really don't want to talk about the leaks or anything. They just want to be all about, hey, Donkey Kong came out today. Which
You got a
valid.
good memory, J to the P Moreno. You got a great memory if you remember that, because I remember it too. I wonder whatever happened to Appermax, because he was the guy who made a ton of videos on Super Mario Odyssey, and we even collabed. That was the first collab I ever did. We predicted some kingdoms in Odyssey. It's past your bedtime. That's a good one. They should just have commercials with Seth Rogen for Donkey Kong Country Returns HD. You know, I'm still surprised how good Mario Kart 8 looks. I'm not sure how they're gonna top it for Mario Kart 9. Maybe just textures that are animated or have more life?
No, they're gonna make it look like Resident Evil. Make it Mario Kart edgy version.
Sounds like a Sonic game. Odyssey is the game that made me want to Switch. Yeah, it was the game that made me want to Switch, too. That was the one game that was announced as like, yep, I have to get a Switch. Because to be fair, you could play Breath of the Wild on the Wii U. I was going to get the Switch either way. But Odyssey completely sold me for it.
What made me want to get a Switch? I'm trying to think. Nothing.
Nothing.
I just went and got it.
Mario & Rabbids Kingdom Battle is another game that made me want to get a Switch. Although that was, like, formally revealed at E3. That's in Redmond, but I get what you're saying. We're gonna do, like, 2 more rounds. I'm surprised you weren't a Nintendo fan at first, like you were more an Xbox Anton Retro. Let's see, it's midnight now. Has Nintendo said anything? No. Has Piero said anything?
No.
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 No. I guess one of the few positives about tomorrow is if nothing's actually revealed, then it'd be pretty funny to see what happens with all the just what goes on in the aftermath. But
I'm telling you, Nintendo is petty as hell. They're pissed by the leaks, so they don't want the leakers to be right.
Yeah, but here's what I
I
don't
can
get.
totally
These so-called insiders are putting themselves out there. I mean, with Pioro, it's a little different because there's at least a little bit of anonymity. But Nate the Hate has full-on YouTube videos and stuff. And he's putting himself out there saying that it's going to be revealed tomorrow. And Nintendo is wouldn't they want to shut that down? Wouldn't they want to find out who's telling him this stuff?
But they don't want to like, it's like the Streisand effect, right? If they like draw attention to it, then more people will know about it.
Yeah, but this has been going on with Nate the Hate for years. I would say with Pioro, I mean, Nintendo did try to shut him down, but he's back.
Allegedly, I still don't really believe that's. I don't 100% believe that's actually him.
I mean, it's Pioro's account. It's his mannerisms. I think it's him.
All right. Where's your proof? Where's your evidence?
Just trust Switch Force. That's my evidence.
That's great evidence, clearly.
I was so sick of Switch 2 videos until January, where the actual info is real and interesting. I never watched Switch 2 videos until now. I don't watch them frequently, but I just see the stuff that's important.
I don't watch them at all. Except the one that Kid and Krista put up where they dragged Nintendo's work environment.
I think a good way to end things off would be by playing DK Summit. It's probably going to be Maple Tree Way. What is Sonic Crossworlds?
That's a new Sonic racing game coming out next year.
Yeah, Pioro is trustworthy.
Oh.
I don't think it'll sell too bad. I think the casuals will see it and find it interesting. But Switch games just haven't sold that well last year. Nothing really stood out, even Zelda. I think Super Mario Party Jamboree did okay. Yeah, everyone's just ready for the new thing.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't blame them. Like with last year, I'm like, okay, I could deal with the Switch for another year. But now, I mean, the weight's getting unbearable.
I am interested in seeing how much Donkey Kong Country Returns HD actually sells.
It would be funny if they announced the Switch 2 tomorrow and it just completely overshadows it. I mean, that obviously would happen.
I think Nintendo's smart enough to know that, like, the way that they, like, treated that game, it's not going to sell that well.
I mean, it's a remake. It's not even a remake. It's an HD port of a game that released almost 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, Pac-Man World is
what do you
great.
expect?
I actually got the digital version because it was only $6, even though I got the physical one. I don't understand how people got so desperate for the Switch 2 last year. It's not like a year like 2016 for the Wii U where there was pretty much nothing to play. No, there were plenty of games that released last year. Sure, a lot of them were remakes, but outside of stuff like Endless Ocean, Luigi's Mansion 2 HD was just kind of mid. Most of them were good. I quite enjoyed 2024 for Switch. When you're streaming in OBS, is it like 60 frames per second in the preview window for you?
Yeah. I think so.
maybe... Yeah, maybe my laptop's just getting old.
Yeah, streaming from a laptop, unless it's like a newer one with lots of manpower, will make it a little tougher. I mean, it looks fine to me.
No, it's fine for you guys, but I'm looking at the preview, and it's choppy. Might as well do 2 more rounds. Hang on, or hold on, we're doing 2 more rounds.
You sound like someone at the bar that's just like, just one more, please.
Oh wow,
And they've
I
had,
wonder what
like-
track this will be. I'm not mad about Donkey Kong Country Returns HD, but at the same time, it's not something that I'm hyped for. I wonder if I'm actually gonna get it tomorrow. I don't think I will. Game Explain reeks when it comes to
Yeah.
shipping.
Well, you know, if you don't get it, then you're just a pretendo.
I'm already a pretendo. What capture card do you use? I use Elgato 60S. Yeah, it's a 60S.
That's what I use.
They replaced it with another one.
Oh.
I might want to upgrade to the HD 6 or 6040 or not 40, 60X.
Ooh. There's a game actually called Pokemon Legend Zaza.
It's called Pokemon Legends Z-A, but I call it Zaza. Everybody calls it Zaza on the channel because it's just funnier to say. And it sounds better than ZA.
Zaza.
That's not what it's referencing. It's referencing Zaza. Alright. We're gonna have to see what happens tomorrow morning, because there's nothing gonna happen today. The only reason why I checked to see if Nintendo revealed anything is because they revealed a partner showcase at midnight once, but that's about it. They're gonna run out of... I don't think they could. Pokemon Peanut Butter and Jelly. Pokemon Fire and Ice. They could do more colors. Pokemon Beige and Mustard Yellow. They could definitely do it. Pokemon Mustard and Ketchup.
Pokemon Swift and Swifties.
You can do that. I used to do that before I got a capture card. But it's too annoying to do that. You're better off getting a capture card. They can be expensive at first, but it's well worth it. We're going to end this with Athens Dash. So our final hurrah to the Switch era will be Pauline finally returning.
Little do you know that the Switch 2 is canceled and that we're just gonna
Pokemon
stick to
Billy
Switch.
Dog's my way.
I'm loving it.
And unanimously, we got Athens Dash. Who thinks that T&D is actually going to eat Billy Dogs his way? He better not back down.
Now, why do you want him to develop a stomach?
He won't if
Issue.
it's just mayo, Twinkies, and Vienna sausages. I told him that he didn't have to brine it. You have the line, who the hell is Billy Dog, stuck in your head? Who the hell is Billy Dog? I will spare T&D. I will say that he doesn't have to eat the Billy Dogs the day the Switch 2 launches. He can at least enjoy Mario Kart 9.
Oh, wow. So thoughtful.
So when is Billy Dog coming to the channel? Billy Dog's actually that shill that says,
If you ignore the game, then it's amazing.
speaking of Billy Dogs, I'm gonna see how cold it is outside, because I might grow up some hot dogs and have those for dinner. I know it was you, Jack Attack.
Hot dogs.
I had one in Seattle that was $10 and it was not great.
Yeah, don't buy $10 hot dogs.
Everything else was even more expensive. I just needed a little something. I think for PAX West, if we go back, should probably bring our own food.
I really like the first place we went to.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, I definitely would want to go there again.
It's just too expensive to eat out everywhere you go in Seattle.
Well, that's why you're on vacation.
It is, but still. I mean, yeah, the trip was worth it, but I'm just thinking for next time. Oh, it's only 49 degrees. Yeah, it might be fine. But yeah, let's take a look at the standings, and then we wrap things up. And this could or could not be the last stream before the Nintendo Switch 2. JZMan09 is killing it today. And Oreo's meowing at the door. We should have Oreo as part of the stream for the last part. So let's check out the standings. So in first place, we got JZ-Man. No surprise there at $3.99. Then me. Then William. Cordar. Camdy. I'm not going to say that one. Marcus TZB. Bezel C-Man from Brazil. Bomdia. NF420. Haley. Irvinger. Sarah T Money. Kidney Bean. Kershaw. And Vaughn One-Tay. So thank you for joining the stream. And it was fun doing this. But now, our final guest. You want to join the stream? Alright, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. And Oreo, she was meowing at the door, but then I think she just needs to go outside for a second. She has a nice place on the porch, which is screened in. Hello, Oreo. Do you think the Switch 2 is going to happen tomorrow?
Do you think it's gonna happen, Oreo?
Oreo just wants to come to Connecticut for me.
You remember when I was telling you that I had the box of this orange cupcakes and she just wouldn't touch them? And you said, that cat keeps on being, I love her more every day.
Great taste.
She gave the answer. Switch 2 reveal is probably not happening tomorrow. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. We're going to get to 100K this year. And subscribe for Oreo. But Oreo, you can stay here. Or actually, no. You get to stay on the chair. But as always, keep calm and da-da.